I think I spent the dog food money, but he'll love me just the same. If you really love me, baby, help me scrape the mucus off my brain. All right, what do we got here? Day 25. God, I hope this doesn't take 100 fucking days, because we're only, well, I guess we're a third of the way through the book. This might take 75 days. All right. My dinner's on fire whilst she watches TV. If you ever wondered what it's like to be me. She takes all my money, leaves me no smokes, yells at my buddies and insults my folks. I'm breaking my back doing the best that I can. She's got time for the dog and none for her man. I'm no joke, but I just can't cope. So hit the fucking bag and piss up a rope. You can piss up a rope. You can put on your shoes. Hit the road, get trucking. Pack your bags, I don't need the ag. On your knees, you big booty bitch, start sucking. You ride my ass like a horse in a saddle. Now you're up Shit's Creek with a turd for a paddle. All right, I gotta plug in something that's going on there. Shout outs to Ween, an amazing fucking band. I'll be right back. Yeah, I wonder if you'll never see a scene like that ever again. All those people running around without masks there. What have we got in 25 days? Actually, it's more like 30 days because there was like a 5-day break in there where we were working on space tards. And I think one day where I just didn't edit. Like, ugh, I don't like that day. But let's take a retrospective as we get to the end of the second day. So we got through a third of the book, right? So if it's going to take us 75 days to get there, that puts us into, what do we got? It's 11 more days left here. That's going to put us into fucking the end of July before we finish this. God, I gotta pick up the fucking pace here. Well, I'll tell you, I think the first third of that book was what really needed the help. And hopefully the later third is not quite so bullshit in there. But this is driving me crazy. I forgot to do another thing. Jungle love is driving me mad. It's making me crazy, crazy. Hell yeah. All right. What do we got here? Oh, damn. Spathywah, hard at work over there. And old Lundongs. I wonder how much of his programming efficiency is just tanked by watching editing streams on the internet. So here's the sequence. There are 7 days in this book. At the end of each day is a dream. So how do we have a dream already? I think maybe there's a dream. Where was the first dream? I think it happened after the like chapter 1/2 and chapter whatever, where we have the backstory and stuff. Let's take a look at how the first dream worked, because we want the two to I wonder how many instances of dream there are in this story. I should have it's like page 212 that we're at. Uh-oh. Let's see. There we go. So this was the first dream. There are 8 instances of cabbie in this book for some reason. So dream 1 in Chinatown takes place earlier this morning. Okay, so this is the fucking taking place at 6 a.m. this morning. People started having a bunch of weird dreams in Chinatown. So, all right, and let me just review. Uh, all right. So what is this? It's 1.14. Dream 1. Oh, this should be first dream. Okay, and I think we're not doing bold text on the there. All right, so first dream, which means the second dream should also be capitalized. Okay, so what all happened here? This is the guy riding in the cherry picker who, like every wire he pulls to grow back. And the painter painting with their own blood. And the guy whose stomach cancer returns, and just everybody freaking the fuck out. And here you can see that also these dream sequences aren't just like for me to style on people with like weird, creepy shit that I thought of. They're meant to indicate the relative threat level of Duchamp's growing as a consequence of him spreading more horror into the world. Like he essentially feeds on suffering, and so as the reason why he's setting up like these creepy attacks and gathering this retinue of lost boys and so forth is like essentially to increase the amount of suffering that's available for him to feed on. Gangsta. I hope that's not too fucking hackneyed. All right, but if it is, well, we'll have to do something. Yeah, we don't say where this is. So, yeah, this is like divorced from the process 5:54 a.m. And hold on, let me hop into the right chat. Yeah, cool. All right, well, I think we should say where this is. This happens in Chinatown, and it is part of the day 1 sequence. So here, hold on. This is 123. God, I love that. 123. Oh, let me just check back. All right, one. This fucking strand of hair driving me in. I'm gonna need a fucking hairnet if this quarantine goes on much longer. Let's get that out of here. Yeah, this is Harlem, not New York City. Okay, cool. Cool. Yeah, I was wondering about that, and then we never fixed it. Midnight. Putting on the Ritz, Duchamp's whilst or let me do this the right way. All right, so this is Lemon Maybe and the Electric Lady by Zak Zyz. This is chapter 23, Second Dream, 1.23, Midnight, New York City. Putting on the Ritz, Duchamp waltzes his power across Bayard, flexing into the minds of whole new blocks of sleepers. This is fucking Chinatown, anyhow. That's better. I don't know. This sentence makes sense. Putting on the Ritz, Duchance waltzes his power across Bayards. Mm-hmm. Ugh. Ugh. All right, hold on. Everything's so sporadic this morning. Yeah, I gotta get some more fucking exercise or something. I just feel so out of sorts. You know what I mean? Like it's hard to get going and stay going on just about anything. Maybe today I can get some shit done. You know what I mean? I said that every day since fucking February. All right, so putting on the Ritz. Duchance waltzes his power up. Yeah. All right, putting on the Ritz. Duchance waltzes his power uptown, crossing Bayard. There's entire blocks of untouched sleepers for him to seep into. His dark wave flows as far as Canal Street before he feels the elastic tension. Mm, uh, mm, mm, mm. Duchance whistles, putting on the Ritz as he waltzes his power uptown. Mm-hmm. No, yeah, I don't like this line at all. I thought that today was going to be easier. Instead, it's even harder. Mm. The limit used to be Bayard Street. Do chance's power stop there? Uh, hold on. Let's take a look right here. Is Chinatown Fair? This is what that arcade looks like. This is the old fucking logo, by the way. It looks different now. World famous dancing and tic-tac-toe chickens. God, what a gangsta spot. Mm. All right, so let's see. Okay. Well, Bayard is not that far. How many fucking... Yeah, I think we may have nerfed him unwittingly here. All right, let's look at the NYC neighborhood map. Yeah, Bayard Street is like barely anywhere. Let's see. Why? Why don't they just have the fucking map? Ugh. Ugh. Useless fucking articles, man. All right, so what do we got right here? So we got Chinatown. Chinatown is actually like a big... This is an old fucking map. That map isn't right. Let's take a look. Yeah, that's still not. Let's try and find something like a little bit more current. All right, there's a new name NYC. What the fuck is this nonsense? Ugh. I don't care about somebody's attempt to be fucking funny here. Chinatown, Lower East Side. Are there really a million people in Chinatown? Let me see. There's only 50,000 people there. 100,000 people. Highest concentration of. Estimates of population density on a. Oh, wow. Oh, that's fucking crazy. That's actually really interesting. God, way too many people work in Midtown. It's awful. Get out of there. We're not enemies. We just disagree. Yeah, everybody used to be on the Lower East Side because that was as far as they felt like walking once they got off of the boat. All right, let's not spend too much time on this right here. All right, so yeah, let's change the let's go back to first dream. 100,000 people, 100,000 dimensions of the same dream. 100,000 people. A million dimensions of the same dream. Yeah, let's say that he starts with like 100,000 people, and then he starts moving out. So I like as dumb and plotting as this seems right here. I think one of the biggest complaints that readers had earlier was before Duchance was Duchance. They weren't really sure what he was doing or why he was like fucking with the city. I think I was just trying to be mysterious, and readers just wanted more explicit, like, yo, what is this dude's fucking power? How is this working? And why is he doing this shit? And one it's probably not a good idea to try and address that with a series of dream sequences. Fucking Rona. But here we are. Hold on. Oh God, yeah. Have you seen the well-to-do up and down Park Avenue? Let's take a look at Park Avenue. Let's see, images. Yeah, so this is what is Park Avenue? Yeah, this is like much more what Park Avenue looks like. Upper East Side. Let's pictures Park Avenue as he sings. Mm. All right, so let's do Chance pictures Park Avenue as he sings. Where is he singing? I wonder if there's a block counter, so I don't have to. No, no. Maybe like a block calculator. I mean, you can, because often in the story, like I want to say, oh, he's 100 blocks away or whatever, but I don't want to count all 100 fucking blocks. We can just sidestep it. And by the way, yeah, a few people joining us here. Yeah, welcome to the stream here. This is an editing stream for a science fiction book called Lemon, Maybe, and the Electric Lady. We're in our 25th day of editing it. We're about a third of the way through here. I'm Zak Zyz. I've been writing for decades here. And this is sort of a dark, noirish superhero book set in New York City, where there's nothing super about these heroes whatsoever. They're very bad at what they do. We're getting into it. This is a scene with the primary antagonist, a man named Kaiser Duchance, who feeds on people's dreams. He's like a parasite. Bayard and Mott. No. Mm. All right, so if we're gonna do that, it can't just be tulips. It has to be. So I know they plant tulips there, but what the fuck else grows there? Oh, I guess they have cherry blossoms. Yeah. They have rhododendrons. I like that the sea of pills is just fizzing. Is it fizzing or sea of? Mm. Whew. All right, let's pop to our thesaurus. They're really rewriting more of this than I expected that we would. But I also, I'm feeling pretty good about their rewrite, honestly. So, opulent. There we go. Pompous is exactly what we want. Pompous Park Avenue, where Goliaths of brick and marble glower at one another. Across a manufactured. Pompous Park Avenue, where Goliaths of brick and marble glower at one another across a manicured green demilitarized zone lined with cherry blossoms and tulips. That is quite a sentence. And, yeah, I want to say that that's pretty fucking hackneyed right there. Mhm. Yeah. Better. All right, so Duchance pictures Park Avenue as he sings into the glistening night. His voice carries for blocks. The people who hear it cringe and hurry away in the opposite direction. No one wants to tangle with a madman tonight. Yeah, I do want to put in something here about how people, like, it's been weird enough. Like, they just shot down a fucking airplane. Uh, Let me see. It's been a bad night. No one's eager to get tangled up with a madman. I wonder if putting on the Ritz is still in copyright. Oh, 1927? Yeah, it's not in copyright. Good. Wait. Copyright Concord Music Publishing. Songwriter is Irving Berlin. How is that still in fucking copyright? It's been almost a century. So, just an FYI to like writers out there, you put yourself at significant risk by including copyrighted song lyrics in your shit. They really, really, I've gone over this a few times, but they're really assholes about it, and you have to license like even a line or two of it. But like I'm publishing this myself. Nobody's ever gonna fucking read it. So I don't care. I really just don't give a shit. I should really learn the shortcut for paste and match style. Command Shift Control V. That's too many fucking letters. What's something else? Oh, what's up, Spathy? Well, yeah. So we're rewriting the second dream sequence in Chinatown. And the goal with this rewrite here, I want to make it like a little bit clearer exactly how Duchamp works as a phenomenon because it's not super clear. We added a scene in Chinatown where maybe he realizes, hey, pain only makes this dude stronger. It can get real when you have like a concept like this. It can come across as really fucking hokey. Um, if you just like are explicitly, oh my god, he feeds on pain, like, um, but and really we want this guy to come across as like more of like an Alex Jonesian psychic vampire. You know what I'm saying? Just draining the. Holy shit! Yeah, if we go full bore in that direction, maybe I can get old AJ to give me a blurb. I'm on it. Have him like roll up in his fucking tank to Brooklyn, sign a copy of this for me. God, that man is insane. Even for me. Pompous Park Avenue. I like that this paragraph is super pompous too. Oh my god. I'll tell you, I started playing last night. Darkest Dungeon, right? And the voice acting was like weird and still. I just like watched the introduction of it, right? And it's trying to be like super gothic and fucking steampunk and whatever, which gives you like a little bit more license. But the prose was so fucking purple that I literally like felt poisoned by it. Was just awful. Really like laying it on thick. I rolled my eyes like super hard. And it seems like an interesting game. I like roguelikes and all that. But holy Christ. It was so bad. And I really like I'm sure that I've committed a bunch of the same sins there, so I'm thinking about it. Yeah, why? By the way, like these format. Let me go. Yeah. Kaiser is salivating at the thought. Pompous Park Avenue, where Goliaths of brick and marble glower at. Glower across a manicured green demilitarized zone, lined with cherry blossoms and tulips. There's a feast waiting for him up there. He can gnaw through the insulating layer. When did Ambien come out? Yeah, hold on. 1992, and then it was generic. Okay, cool. Let's see. Mm. Wait, the writing for Darkest Dungeon got loads of praise on Reddit. I always thought they were hamming it up, but it turns out they were super serious all along. What the fuck? Oh, that's god awful. Yeah, it really is wretched. I wonder if there's like a layer of irony I'm missing there. Because they're not trying to be funny with that fucking thing. It seemed super serious to me. I don't know. It really is to the point where it feels like it should be parody, but there are no indicators that this is a parody. It really just felt like somebody is literally that ham-fisted the entire time, like no self-awareness. I don't know. You know, this is just like watching the fucking introduction and getting like halfway through like one of the first cutscenes and being like, oh, fuck this, awful. But I don't know. They made a bunch of money with it, so. They're career game designers writing for their own game. It's not like they picked up some lit major game journal and asked them to write a thing with disdain. All right, yeah. Well, are they at the level where? So here's my thought with writing like that, right? Um, if you are not like a studio, right? If you don't have money and assets and so forth, you have carte blanche to be as awful as you want. Like if your game is good, right? One of my favorite games ever, Dream Quest. The writing in it is awful, really, really atrocious, and it's long too. Like it's like a huge block of stream of consciousness writing, um, and the art is god awful. But it's like basically a one man effort, and it doesn't take itself too seriously. And the game is fucking superb. It really is probably my favorite game of all time, right? But that was put together by a math student who was doing it like in his spare time. He was just like fucking around with it, and I think it really adds to the charm of the project. The programmer art and the terrible writing and so forth. And the fact that this is just like some guy goofing around, not taking himself too seriously, and it's just fun, you know. And everything about the game is kind of fun. Like the people who like it are game designers and children. Like little children love like the stick figure art and the like the swords that are like just cross T's and so forth. They fucking love it. And it just feels like an honest product. Like that's what they could do. Whereas like Darkest Dungeon, like obviously they have significant resources. They made a bunch of money on Kickstarter. They just had like this vast amount of dough. I don't know what they did previously, but to me it's a big turnoff. But I don't know. Maybe their audience is like mall goths that really like that kind of shit. Because I know plenty of people who dress in black all the time where you literally cannot be like corny and dark enough. Although I will tell you that even those people have like some humor about, you know, the fact that they're wearing eyeliner in the fucking bathtub when they wake up in the morning, you know, like, anyhow. Yeah, it's worth wondering, but got to rewrite this thing. The chance of salivating. Pompous Park Avenue, where Goliaths of brick and marble glower across a manufactured green demilitarized zone. Manicured. Lined with cherry blossoms and tulips. There's a feast waiting for him up there. A succulent buffet of weak minds. And let's... I don't like that as much. Yeah. There's a feast waiting for him up there. A succulent buffet of weak minds. Decrepit elderly. Decrepit elderly, bloated with sins. Moneyed youth, rotted hollow by privilege. Despairing mothers, drowning in a fizzing sea of pills. Manicured sentence. It's very run on. You know what I mean? There we go. Goliaths of brick and marble glowering across a demilitarized strip of cherry blossoms. There's a feast waiting for him up there. A succulent buffet of weak minds. Yeah, I like the succulent buffet of weak minds, but we're ham-fisting it pretty hard ourselves. Buffet. In America, we say buffet, not buffet. Yeah, it's like one of those very... it's definitely one of those distinguishers between American English and British English. In fact, like saying buffet here is pompous, super pompous. Like if you don't have like a strong French accent or strong English accent all the time, you can't say buffet. Cripes, mate. So I looked. We were talking a little bit earlier. I thought it would be fucking amazing if I could get Australian voice actors to do Space Tards, right? But there are 500 lines of dialogue in that. It would be so, and like, you know, like, that's a fucking lot, really. And also, it's kind of jarring for people to have audiobooks that are not read by one narrator. So I think I'm going to have to do it myself. Uh, I could spend about 3 weeks practicing an Australian accent and try to do it myself. Cripes, mate. No, it's awful. Yeah. I don't even know how you start learning accents. You just watch like a bunch of TV in that fucking. I think that would probably do it. I don't know. Maybe I'll just fly to Australia for 3 weeks. Ugh, that used to be a thing that you could actually do. Snag a Sheila and absorb the accent. I could do that. There's a feast waiting uptown, a succulent buffet of weak minds. Uh, For now, Duchance focuses his will and begins to channel. Whew. I really like a lot of this was just trying to maintain that waltzing. I don't like that phrase. God. Mhm. Da 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 da. Okay, cool. A little bit of foreshadowing right there. For now, Duchance wants to expand his holdings in southern Manhattan. Chinatown is entirely his. The Lower East Side and Little Italy are ripe for conquest. With a grin, he begins to channel, billowing through the streets like the smoke from a collapsed building. Well, good morning there. Whew. Ugh. Fuck. What so much rewriting in this edit. I mean, maybe there's less than it feels like, but if we contrast this against the Gravid edit, I just feel. Keep in mind, Gravid was written like after maybe like a solid 4 or 5 years of writing experience, so there was some rewriting in Gravid, but not quite as extensive. Um, hmm. But I don't know. This piece is like so much more. Chinatown is entirely his. He's a conjunction. I don't think Chinatown is entirely his. No, that's why I typed it as entirely his. Chinatown is entirely under his sway. Oh, I think the lower. Uh, yeah, Chinatown is so we still have that same problem where it looks like you uh, Chinatown is entirely under his sway. Now the Lower East Side and Little Italy look ripe for conquest. Feel ripe for conquest. There we go. Yeah, I think that works a little bit. I'm gonna give you a point for that old edit right there. Actually, I'm gonna give you 2 points because the manufactured thing was a serious run-on sentence, and we definitely needed to tailor that a little bit. Yeah. Oh, this is very tough shit here. Chance doesn't know exactly what he's become, but he's certain if he shows his hand too soon, he'll be wiped out. Chinatown. Okay, so Chance doesn't know exactly what he's become, but he's certain if he shows his hand too soon, he'll be wiped out. Better to burrow in like a tick and keep feeding. Chinatown is entirely under his sway. That's great. Yeah, that really fixes um, a lot of the issues. I think one of the more consistent things that we got in beta reading is like the fucking Duchan's character didn't make sense. Like in my head, it's all clear exactly what he is and what he's doing and so forth. But I don't think that we gave readers quite enough like meat to sink their teeth into. And I think that kind of fixes it because originally that's great, Zach. Um, in the first draft of this, the Duchance character was like an ancient demon that was bound within a relic from this Buddhist temple that's at the end of Canal Street, right there, that was stolen by Matthew. And this was just too much for readers to like. It was real fucking corny, and so the mechanic there was that basically like the demon trapped in the fucking relic could only get so far away from its prison. It was called like the Millennial Prison, and at first it could only fuck with people in the arcade where they stashed it. But as more poison from the city started to kind of seep in, the crack in the prison grew and grew, and eventually, like this demigod type thing was released. It was, I don't know, it was okay, but didn't really work for our readers. Let's see. Certain if he shows his hand. Um, the chance doesn't know exactly what he's become. Duchance doesn't know exactly what he's become. Duchance doesn't know exactly what he's become, but he senses he's vulnerable. If he shows his hand now, they'll send in the National Guard, soldiers, tanks. Chinatown will be overrun with. He'll be wiped out before the party even really begins. Better to burrow in like a tick and keep feeding. Okay, I like that. All right, that's a good. Well, I'm gonna give you some more love on that one there. That's a good. I think that's an improvement to that chapter. God damn, we only got through like 800 words yesterday. I feel like we're going slower as this is going along, but the book is getting better. Like as long as we're making improvement, I think we may just have to revise our estimate of how long this is going to take, or I need to get into the sway of like editing for 4 hours a day, which honestly is kind of doable. The sections that really like force me to stop editing after a little bit are the ones where they're very difficult or like emotionally fraught or uncomfortable to work on. So rewrites can't be as fast as edits. Yeah, I know, but hopefully we don't have to rewrite this entire fucking book. But yeah, we're definitely rewriting this whole chapter. I think this was Dream 2 might have been only edited once. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Dreamers clench sleep weak. Sleep weak is so hard to say. All right, so let's read a little through here. It has all been rewritten. So second dream, 1:23 midnight, Chinatown. Duchance pictures Park Avenue as he sings into the glistening night. Is glistening enough there or too much? Duchance pictures Park Avenue as he sings to the glistening streets of Chinatown. His voice carries for blocks. The people who hear it hinge and cringe and hurry away in the opposite direction. It's been a bad night already. It's been a bad night already. No one's eager to get tangled up with a madman. Kaiser is salivating. Kaiser salivates. Pompous Park Avenue, where Goliaths of brick and marble glower across a demilitarized strip of cherry blossoms. There's a feast waiting uptown. There's a feast waiting for him uptown, a succulent buffet of weak minds. Decrepit elderly, bloated with sins. Moneyed youth, rotted hollow by privilege. Despairing mothers, drowning in a fizzing sea of pills. Duchance can gnaw through the insulating layer of Ambien to get at the marrow. Duchance knows how to gnaw through the insulating layer of Ambien to get at the marrow. Soon. Duchance doesn't... Yeah, let's make that Kaiser. Kaiser doesn't know exactly what he's become, but he senses he's vulnerable now. Let's just check out now. but he senses he's vulnerable. If he shows his hand too soon, they'll send in the National Guard, soldiers, helicopters, tanks. He'll be wiped out before the party even begins. He'll be wiped out before the party even really begins. He'll be wiped out before the party really begins. It's better to burrow in like a tick and keep feeding. He pushes the vision away and concentrates on his domain. Chinatown is entirely under his sway. Now the Lower East Side and Little Italy feel ripe for conquest. With a wide grin, Duchance begins to channel, billowing through the streets like the smoke from a collapsed building. Wherever his aura touches, brows furrow and cold sweat beads. Dreamers clench sleep-weak fists, and their mouths mutter half-formed protests, but Kaiser Duchance will not be denied. Building by building, block by block. Okay, so... Oh, Lord. Where are you supposed to... That's where you're supposed to be. You fucking... There. Da-da-da. Da-da-da. Alright, close enough. Oh, actually, hold on. Let's see. Yeah, this was originally supposed to be like centered a different way, but it's just gotten moved around by the countless whatever in here. We can kind of center right here, there. And then you can tell that I'm like running out of juice to edit because I'm just like a little tired by working kind of hard here. Interjaculate. Is that a fucking word? Wow.
Jaculate. Jaculate.
I didn't know that jaculate by itself was a word. I don't think that we can. Can we use interjaculates? That's awful. It's actually like a pretty good word for what he's doing there, because he's really... Oh, I'm so fucking tempted to I know, right? It just vocalizes the second half of the word. I think they just don't have... Hold on, let's see if we can get a... I think, honestly, like I want to... Here, try Forbo.
Interjaculate.
It's like polite air quotes. Yeah, I think we're it's a blind alley trying to make interjaculate works. There's no way that you can include that word and not have people go, what? Inoculate is close, but it has too much retort otherwise. Yeah. Inoculate. Implant is pretty close. All right, I'm out of coffee, and we're treading water right here. I guess we gotten through like 2 pages, so that's good. All right, let me save this a sec. I'm gonna grab some more coffee, and I'll be right back. Let me pause and interjaculate like a little bit more coffee into myself. God. Yeah, I mean it makes sense. You know, that like anything with like an e prefix could work with an int prefix, but holy God. Wait, what does just jaculate by itself mean? I don't think you can have just jaculate. Okay. Maculate, calculate, coagulate, percolate. Oh, I like percolate. Oh, Logic is late as fuck. That's all right, Logic, because we've only gotten through 2 fucking pages and low these many minutes here. Building by building, block by block. Spelling bee champ. Did you actually win a spelling bee? All right. don't know. Ejaculate, it's English. To throw or cast as a dart. Huh. Related terms, ejaculate. So ejaculatus is, I guess it's straight out of Latin. So he's just, mm-hmm. Building by building, block by block, Kaisers kicking in doors and barging into dreams. Also, it's a little, I wonder a little bit if people will picture him like actually kicking in doors block by block. So ejaculate is dead, apparently. Won the spelling bee in 5th and 6th grade and the geography bee in the 4th grade. And where has all of that, have all of those accolades gotten you? Logic. I don't know. I picture you as pretty successful. So let me see here. But a heavy drinker. That's my guess. Maybe you're just depressed from success. All right, what do we got here? What do I want? I want an adjective there. It taught me early on that I am willing to lie to win. I guess the winning question with France and spelled language with cues like uh, spelled language with cues like language, but lied when they asked me about them. LOL. Mm. Let's take a look. Corrupt, fraudulent, shady, tainted. Yeah, let me get closer to there. Let's just go with tainted aura. So that sentence needs a little work. Wherever is tainted aura, touch it. Yeah, tainted aura doesn't work. Wherever his taint lands. I like that a little bit better, even though it's hard not to picture the area between his balls and asshole. Wherever his taint falls. Yeah, I don't. No, I don't think we can do taint. I think it's just too hard not to picture that guy's sweaty gunt. Wherever his perineum falls. His taint makes brows furrow and cold sweat beat. Oh, I like that. Dreamers clench sleep-weak fists and their mouths mutter half-formed protest. No, I like taint. Honestly, like, I know we're gonna catch a little bit of taint, but I like it. I think I'm gonna stick with it for the time being. So I want to say like something like Doors of Mines, but that's clunky. Mm. Yeah, I kind of like kicking in doors and barging into. It's a good image, even if it's like a little confusing. Creepy as fuck. Good, good. It's supposed to be fucking creepy. Yeah, Duchamp should just be like, ugh, get that fucking weirdo away from me. Instead of it just being like maybe, ugh, get that rapist away from me. Yeah. That's a creepy book, man. The dark wave flows as far as Canal Street before Kaiser can feel resistance. The web is stretched to its limit. Cool. We don't need white. In fact, we don't need gleaming either. He doesn't see his own fucking grid. The dark wave flows as far as Canal Street before Kaiser can feel resistance. The web is stretched to its limit. His grin falters. There are no bars for him to rattle, no walls for him to beat his fist against. He's grown so much tonight, but it's not enough. Never enough. Oh, I fucking like this. All right, so as the boy did his bidding, Duchance was riding shotgun behind his eyes, soaking in the scene. Kaiser can leap from mind to mind like a bad idea. Oh, yeah, Terminal 5 should be uppercase. So Terminal 5 would have happened in Chapter 20? Yeah. So Terminal 5, the music venue, would be capitalized. Terminal 5, the terminal is not capitalized. Yeah, let's go back and take a gander. Actually, it would have been the... Get behind me, Satan. No, so it's later. It's chapter 20. Very end of chapter 21, actually. No, I don't think we see the terminal there. Yeah. Yeah, terminal 5, 777. Okay, so it is lowercase. Let's take a gander. Do chance the Dreamsmith? Do I really fucking say that? Let's give Logic a point. I'm sure you're right. Dungeon full of fucking crystals. What is going on there? As the boy did his bidding, Duchance was riding shotgun behind his eyes, soaking in the scene. Kaiser can leap from mind to mind like a bad idea. As the plane... What do they call... what do they call the guys that with the cones? Yeah, what are those guys? Oh, who the fuck are those dudes? Marshaller. What do they fucking call these guys? J-line on the tarmac. Yeah, that doesn't answer my fucking question at all, Fast Company. Your magazine fucking sucks. Ground crew. Cone of silence. Huh. No, I guess you wouldn't call him a stevedore. We need somebody who would be on the ground. Somebody who would be like on the physical tarmac during the storm. And it needs to not be a, yeah, we need a specific word for a ground crew. Marshaller. Insert chalks. What's with this hat? This section's factual accuracy is disputed. Baggage handler. Yeah, I want one where it's just one word if we can. So, yeah. As the plane crashed, he was simultaneously deadhead in the cockpit and gawking up from the tarmac. He was strapped into a seat, savoring the canned terror of the wailing souls in the doomed jetliner. Oh, yeah. I love all those words, but they can't all be in that sentence. He was strapped into a seat, savoring the canned terror and the doomed jetliner. He was peering out from the glass at Terminal 5, watching the landing light breaking over the faces of. He was with the cloud, peering out from the glass at Terminal 5. He was with the crowd peering out the windows at Terminal 5, watching the landing light breaking over their faces like an unwelcome dawn. He delighted in the instant of realization when they broke and ran. That shouldn't even be a colon. Too low, too fast, too late. Boom. Semaphore champion. All right, I can't. I don't even remember what a semaphore is. Oh, a system of sending messages by holding the arms or two. Good word. Holy shit. Oh, and it's a programming thing too. In computer science, a semaphore is a variable or abstract data type used to control access to a common resource by multiple processes in a concurrent system, such as a multitasking operating system. A semaphore is simply a variable. Wow. Okay, so like, semaphore. Okay, nice. That's like, yeah, I'm learning here. All right. What a night! What a glorious rune. Mm-hmm. Oh, yes. Getting a little ham-fisted. A little bit corny. Uh, from the chaos he is sown. Sown in chaos and reaped in dreams, he sets to work. Do chance the dreamsmith, hammering the trove of filched. Hammering the trove of filched nightmares into a smoldering seeds. 250,000 minds lay waiting in the web, tilled by the evening's atrocities. You, yeah, so like getting a little. All right, you can fucking do this. You can get through this chapter. I like Sown in Chaos and Reaped in Dreams. How would I feel if I made a joke anime song request for Meep on the other show? Ugh. As long as it outraged him and just like made him suffer, I'd feel okay. And people who watch anime need to be punished every moment of their days. It's not enough for them to be punished by their failure as human beings. They need to also suffer physically. Um, mm. the trove of secondhand trauma into a smoldering seed. Ooh, impregnates is like too far. Yeah. Yeah. Ooh. Oh, God, this goes on. Fuck me. Yeah, this needed a rewrite real bad. That's gonna get cut. It's- I think a lot of that's just gonna get cut. Okay, so let's so I think he like did like the whole fucking, let's see. Sure. Duchance draws a deep breath and unleashes his creation. It shudders through the air. Hairline cracks race along window panes. Door frames creak and steel. It seems like either works here. Yeah, I think doorframe can just be one word. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's one word, huh? Yeah. Everyone can feel it. The vibration hums through their feet and aches in their joints. It resonates in their skulls and blooms into migrants. And blooms into migraines. Hold on just a second. Fuck. One sec. Well, there's something bad going on, but I want to get through this chapter. So, um, yeah. Hold on just a second. some emergency fucking thing going on. Not sure exactly what, but not a lot I can do about it at the moment. Whew. Fucking sprinting out here barefoot out there. Everyone can feel it, but it's the sleepers who suffer worse. Their minds are caught in theta, set to receive his transmission. Airplane dreams, fed by continuous news flashes and blistering headlines. Flight yokes coming apart in their hands and gauges spinning wildly around. Spinning wild. Looking out tiny oval windows to see engines blazing like meteors. They all hear the same screen, the cockpit microphone howling over the PA. I don't like that. Mm. Oh yeah, that does. How about altimeters plummeting? Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm-hmm. All right, I like that a little bit, Bo. Yeah, Gage is spinning. So just going back to Logic's comment, and for which he should have received a point. Gage is spinning wildly. It's like a little bit too fucking cartoony for what we're trying to evoke here. The oldest and weakest succumb. Their hearts give out and they never escape the nightmare. In apartment after apartment, loved ones shake them, begging them to wake up, but they never will. Ooh. Weeping and wailing tonight, a great choir of anguish and terror centered in the man on gray. He grins as he looks up at the apartment lights flicking on, the pale faces looking fearfully out into the street. The pale faces peering out into the street. Duchance feels himself swell as they shrink. The more agony he absorbs, the farther the web extends, giving him more dreams to drink. It never ends. Duchance is dry as a bone. Not even the rain wants to touch him. He crosses the street to stand. He begins to whistle as he strolls up the street, casting his dark gaze uptown. Ooh, gangster. All right, so what do we fucking cut? We cut that. We cut that. Oh, cool. We didn't cut too much. Yeah, it was all bullshit anyway. Whew. Oh, God. Yeah, we took out the fucking quote the Raven. All right, we made it through the first fucking day of this. Whew. Jesus H. God Q Christ cock. There's a lot of fucking only like 4 pages, man. So I like chapter 22. What do we get to here? It's 800 words. Oh my god, 802 words. That took all fucking morning. Hardcore necromancer. Yeah. All right, so Logic, how many minutes you got on this thing? 802 words. You know what? Let me stand up and do it myself. God. Oh my god. That's 3 hours and 10 minutes to get through 802 words. That's fucked up, man. Yeah, that's real fucked up. Whew. Something's got to be done. No, I mean, it makes sense. You know, I think that chapter really needed a rewrite. I really like this. Hold on, let's see if there's more of putting on the Ritz that would fit at the end of that there. Dressed up like a $1 million trooper, trying hard to look like Gary Cooper. Super duper. So I think we did high hats and narrow collars, white spats and lots of dollars. Spending every dime for a wonderful time. Yep. Yeah, I don't think anything else would resonate towards the end there. On that famous thoroughfare with their noses in the air. All right, cool. Well, I think 3 hours is a good amount of editing to throw into this guy. Now we can get to day 2. Day 25. After the aftermath. And this is happening on October 9th. 5:44 a.m. in Coney Island. So we added like and just like on a power level type thing in terms of do chance, like where he's like giving 100,000 people nightmares the first day, and then the second day he is like 250,000 people who are like fucking getting headaches, and people are dying from heart attacks and so forth. So we need to keep. We have a few things to like try and explain away some of what's going down there. Like there's a police strike going on at the time, and but we need to like just keep in mind it has to be realistic. It can't be like, all right, like the Fed should already be here at this point there. Something to keep in mind. So yeah, did not get through a lot today, but I think the work that we did do was good, and the dream sequences are pretty important right there. I really like a lot of this shit that happens in chapter 23. I think it could stand from, yeah, this one I'm going to flag for another pass. Yeah, that it needs another pass, but done. What? Well, what the fuck? Oh yeah, chapter 20 absolutely needs to be flagged. Chapter 20, chapter 23. And I'll tell you, like most of it is I just think the latter half. I'll tell you what I think is weak in this one. Let's review a little bit here. I like this. I like what's happening here. I like the thought of him salivating. The view of him as a fiend. I like him like, doing like the whole creepy wave of mutilation happening right there. I like the revelation that he's like behind people's eyes while this shit is going on. This, starting with Duchance the Dreamsmith, I think this is where it gets a little hinky. And I don't think that this airplane dreams thing quite has like the magic of some of the other earlier dream sequences here. So all that work going to be like, we need another pass or whatever. I think we said this in the other thing, but dream sequences are the things that you have to work hardest on a book because dreams are inherently boring, and like people don't give a shit about them. So the writing has to be top notch, and you have to really be getting out some compelling images because nobody wants to hear about boring dreams. All right, so good luck, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Hope you get something cool in the mail today, or at least eat something delicious. I'm going to try and go bicycling today because I need the fucking exercise real bad.